Hi everyone, I've just done this like 3 times, and it's still pretty long. First time 12 minutes, like the second time 11 minutes, still pretty long. So I'll split this into 2 videos, so you will not see me doing the makeup part in this video. Okay, and in this video I will show you, it's part of my back to school series, and it's going to be storage for your locker, how to keep things in your storage for your locker and stay organized. And when you stay organized, get good grades, it's all good. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have lockers, but in high schools they have lockers. Mostly they do. And in middle school, some people I've heard from YouTube have lockers. I've never been to middle school, so I don't know. But in my elementary school, I had a locker because it used to be a college. That's why we have a locker. So yeah, so a locker is usually the long ones. I'm talking about the big long ones. Top shelf, you will keep your binders and notebooks. The middle shelf, you will keep your makeup, and then just the long one on the bottom to hang your clothes and backpack and whatnot. So on the top shelf, to stay organized, I would put your textbooks and your binders like this. And have the spine facing you and label the spine, whatever subject it is. If you want to color coordinate the binder, that's fine. But a lot of times you might not remember, especially when you're in a rush, you won't remember what color pink was. Pink was math or was it science? You're going to be so confused. So what I would do is I would just label the spine. And for the textbooks, since you can write on the covers of them, or the spine obviously, I would wrap the textbook, and I also prolong the life of the textbook. It doesn't get as much like ruined or whatever. So you would just, sorry for the lighting there for a sec, that was really bad. Okay. But you would also write on the spine of the textbook. Okay, and you just line them up nicely. What I did in high school was I got a plastic folder that has 2 pockets on the bottom, and what I do is put handouts and sheets in there, and as well as things from my binder that I would take home with me, because I do not take home my binder because it's too heavy. So I would usually put things that I have for homework in there, and as well as things, put things in the folder like within the next month or within the month or 2, and then just transfer it all back to the binder afterwards. But obviously, after bringing my textbook to home if I have a homework or whatever. Okay, that's what I would do. But in college, there's no locker. So maybe if you're in middle school and you don't have a locker, you can do this. What I did was, I bring a spiral notebook. But not a cheapy spiral notebook. A spiral notebook for 3 or 5 subjects. And it has tabs in it. Okay, and the page of the tab, it has a plastic folder on the bottom where you can stick handouts and whatever, and you can use it, and it's really convenient, and I really like that method now, so I always stick to that method. It's really good, and it fits in your purse, and it works really well. Okay, so that being said, and and if you don't want to carry your backpack to your classes, like you want to just carry your book, some people like doing that, they think it's cool and hip and whatever, make sure you take the stuff out of your backpack. Whatever is in your backpack that you're not carrying to class with you, put it in the appropriate cubbies. The top one, I would say, for the textbooks and the binders. The middle one, the second one, for the makeup. Put it accordingly. Because the locker is this thin, and if you're sharing a locker with someone, there's no room for you to put the backpack in. Some people's backpacks, they put gym clothes, band instrument, like if they have a flute or a clarinet, if it's in there, they will stick it in. They'll stick their PE shoes, everything, and their backpacks is this fat. And your locker is this thin. And you're trying to stick it in. So, empty your backpack, or your purse, or whatever book bag you use, and put in the according cubbies on top. And then, if you have PE clothes, I would recommend you stick it in a plastic bag, because you don't want a whole bunch of clothes hanging there. Stick it in a plastic bag. It doesn't matter if it's like a grocery bag, whatever. Stick your gym shoes, your gym shorts, whatever in there. And it helps too when, after you use them, if they're smelly, you have a plastic bag so you don't stick smelly clothes back in your bag, right? So you stick and you hook it up in on one of the hooks, as well as a jacket. You can have, don't bring your whole wardrobe. Max I would bring is a coat or jacket for the winter. And then if it's not a winter, like a hoodie. Maybe you don't want to wear the hoodie in school, like a zippy hoodie. You can stick it in the locker, or a scarf, something like that. Let's say in the winter you might need a scarf. You can stick the scarf there. Minimal. You don't need that much stuff for school. Like minimal, and yeah. And that's what you would do there. And then for the door of the locker, I would put like a sticky note with a magnet on the top. Ones that are this skinny and this long. And you can keep notes in there, like what you need to do today after school. Let's say you have an appointment with the doctor, or your mom's coming to pick you up late, or you have a note for your locker partner if you have a locker partner, or whatever. That would be good. And another thing that girls like to put on there is a mirror. And I'll tell you about this mirror. There has been lots of people commenting on another person's video about how they have a mirror on their locker, and they were in a rush, I guess, or they just yanked the locker open and the mirror fell and shattered because they bought a cheap dollar store mirror and they were really pissed off. And so I'm going to share with you this mirror. This mirror I got at a dollar store. It was not one of those dollar stores that have everything for $1. Unfortunately, this was around $2, but still good. And it is not like glass or one of those shattering things. Like if you're a strong guy, you can like bend it over. I bet you this can snap in half. I've never tried it. I bet you it will, because it feels like that. But this is really good, and I've had it since grade 7, and it has not died on me since. These stickers I put on myself. Obviously they didn't come with the stickers. What's good about this is if you put on your locker and you yank the door open, if it falls, it falls. So be it. You just pick it up, put it back on. It's not going to shatter because this is not glass. This is like plastic almost. But at the same time, it's not one of those mirrors that will distort your vision. Okay, it won't make you look skinny or fat or whatever. It's normal. And has a good magnet here. So, back 10 years ago, when I was in grade 7, how would I know what a good locker mirror is? I just picked one because it was cheap, because I'm a cheap person. I go there, I was like, sounds good, whatever, you know. But, now that I know, get one with a big magnet. Because a big magnet, more surface, covers more, stays on longer, will not fall as easily. As well, try not to custom make one. If you find one without a magnet, try not to custom make, because if you put a peel off stick on magnet, it might fall off. I've never tried it, but it might fall off. It might not be as durable. I don't know how they glued it on. Maybe crazy glue, maybe some industrial glue, who knows. But it stays on. This magnet has never came off, and it's really, really, really durable. So when you go to the store, you might not be able to see the magnet. Oh well, but I think most of them have big magnets. What we could do is try to feel it. If it's really heavy, don't think heavier is better. Try a light one. This is only $2. It's really, really worth it. For all of you who have issues with locker mirrors, this is the solution. I'm telling you, this is 10 years old and it's still functioning. So that's it for that. I would do another one for the makeup. I was going to stick in this video. It didn't fit in the last 2 videos because it took too long. So if you like my other videos, please subscribe. It makes my day. It really makes my day. It makes me happy. And more videos to come, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.